when we think about what brings us relief and ease and comfort, it's usually the lowest hanging fruit around us, the thing that looks enticing. And it's no doubt, like, psychologically, emotionally, an impulse. I want relief, I want comfort. And so, my phone is accessible, food is accessible, scrolling the internet, going to specific apps, websites, whatever the case is, right? And as we all know experientially, if we're just thoughtful about it, we realize that these are very, they don't bring us the real, true solace and comfort that we so desire and need viscerally. It's just like it's an anesthetic. It's something we take. It wears off very quickly, and the only thing that we can do is get more of it to just keep the high going. The reality of sujood, and the Prophet ﷺ would tell Sayyidina Bilal, "Arihna biha," bring us raha, comfort with it. And when we realize that the place where we own the true space of becoming grounded and connected and balanced and at ease and tranquil and settled, which are like visceral needs that we all have. It's why we're grabbing things and looking for things and running after things, because we're running after that. And if I come to a realization that that really only truly exists when connected to Allah, and then I realize that sujood is that space of being the closest, then you'll just feel like, I want to like, get me into sujood, get me into salah. And there's so many stories about the salihin from the time of the companions thereafter, who even on the battlefield, when they would need to have procedures done, like amputations and cauterizations of limbs, they would say, just let me get into salah, because it was that space of genuine respite and quote unquote disconnect, but a healthy disconnect from the toxic, profane nature of the created realm into the sacred realm of existence, which is the duality that we're in constantly. So I think if we can, probably a little bit heavier philosophical answer than maybe that the questioner is asking, but I say all this to say that if we can bring ourselves into a mental space, like present, because it's always going to start here and then it kind of starts to trickle around to the rest of the being. If I come to a space where I'm conscious of the fact that my only true relief is going to be when I'm connected, and then the closer I get, the more connected I feel, then sujood starts to become a lot more attractive. Wallahu a'lam.
Yeah, Shaykh, I appreciate that. This is why I wanted you to go first, because to give that kind of philosophical background to this question. I was just going to add something very, very simple, which is what I've heard so many of my own teachers say. They would say to us, don't put yourself in a situation where Allah forces you into sujood. They would often say to us, do you really want that, whatever it is you're asking from Allah? Do you really, really want that thing if you're not willing to make that sujood for it? And particularly in the tahajjud time. And so it's just a reminder that we are most in need of Allah Azza wa Jal. And the closest point, as you mentioned earlier, is in sujood. And so let us kind of rush to that before we're made to rush to it, inshallah ta'ala.